Welcome! Today, we move from theory to practice. We will write the code for the math we learned. We'll start the hard way by building a perceptron from scratch to solve a civil engineering problem. Then, we'll do it the smart way, using Python libraries to classify handwriting images. We have a logical flow today. We start by looking under the hood of the algorithm. Once we understand the mechanics, we'll switch to powerful tools used in the industry to handle complex image data. We will cover the manual approach, building a perceptron class from scratch, case study 1, slope stability prediction, data preprocessing, the importance of normalization, the library approach, introduction to Scikit-learn's MLP classifier, case study 2, MNIST image recognition, and finally, visualization, interpreting neural network weights. Let's ground this in reality. We have soil data. Some slopes hold, others slide. We want to train a neuron to look at just two numbers, cohesion and friction angle, and instantly tell us if the slope is safe. This is a classic binary classification problem. Our input features are cohesion, measured in kilopascals, and friction angle, measured in degrees. The goal is to find a linear boundary that separates safe slopes from dangerous ones based on these two physical parameters. Here is the heart of our neuron. This forward method is exactly the formula we saw in theory. We take the dot product of inputs and weights using NumPy dot, add the bias, and then ask, is the result greater than 0? If yes, the neuron fires and returns 1. If no, it stays silent and returns 0. The NumPy dot function performs this weighted sum efficiently. How does it learn? We loop through the data. We make a guess. We calculate the error. If the error is 0, we do nothing. If there is an error, we nudge the weights using this simple line of code. Self.weights plus equals error times input. This loop repeats for a set number of epochs until the error is minimized. Logic dictates that if the prediction is correct, the error is 0 and no update happens. If wrong, the weights shift towards the correct answer. Before we train, we must normalize. Notice that cohesion goes up to 110, but friction only to 30. If we don't fix this, the neural network will think cohesion is more important just because the number is bigger. We use standardization or z-score normalization. In the code, we calculate the mean and standard deviation, then subtract the mean from the data and divide by the standard deviation. This puts everyone on a level playing field. Here is the result. The blue line is what our Python code learned. Everything above the line is stable, everything below is unstable. It works well. We achieved 100% training accuracy. But notice on the right plot, the test set, a few orange squares are on the wrong side. Our test accuracy is around 94%. This is real life. Simple models are rarely 100% perfect on new data. Also, remember a single perceptron can only draw a straight line. Now we level up. We are moving from simple soil data to image recognition using the MNIST dataset. We have 784 inputs per image. Writing the math for this from scratch would take weeks. Instead, we use Scikit-learn, a professional Python library. We will use the MLP classifier. This allows us to handle non-linear data complexity that a simple perceptron cannot touch. Look how simple the code becomes. We define the architecture in one line. We initialize MLP classifier. We set hidden layer sizes to 40, asking for one hidden layer with 40 neurons. We set the solver to SGD, which stands for stochastic gradient descent. Then we simply call .fit. The library handles all the complex backpropagation math for us, achieving approximately 95% accuracy on the test set. People say neural networks are black boxes, but we can peek inside. This image shows the weights learned by our 40 hidden neurons. See these patterns? Some look like loops, some look like diagonal lines. The network has learned to recognize the strokes that make up a number. It's not just memorizing pixels, it's detecting shapes. To summarize, we built a perceptron from scratch to separate soil data. We learned that normalization is non-negotiable. And we used Scikit-learn to build a powerful vision system that learns shapes and patterns. You are now ready to build your own neural architectures. Thank you for your attention.